Here is a special dedication to everyone who has a vision and is going through things that make you think you won't get there. This song is for you. When I look into the world, I see my dreamland, but it's far from me now, and it's getting farther. Many have gone through this lane. They have stories to tell. Some are good and some are bad, but I've made up my mind that my story will be pleasant and pleasing to hear. Though it's wrong, I am tough, and I know I will make it. I will get there some way, someday, somehow. I will get there. Oh, I've made up my mind. Sitting there in the morning, right in front of the mirror, wondering if I'll ever make it, 'cause of things happening around me. And then I heard this little voice say to me, "My child, you're going to make it." And then it dawned on me that I am made for the top. So no matter what it takes, I am ready for this journey. I will get there someday, some way, somehow. Oh, yeah. I will get there someday, some way, somehow. I will get there someday, some way, somehow. Oh, and I know that I will get there someday, some way, somehow. I will get there. Oh, I will get there. I've made up my mind.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Ha 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 ha. I'm super excited to see you. Can you tell? Can you tell? All right. If you are super excited to be here, let us know from the chat. I see my front row gang. Ediri, how are you doing? I see Chidima, lovely song. That was a super lovely song. And that was by my darling, awesome Ejiro Osakede, a woman of several talents, like you don't even know. She can sing, she can speak, she's an audio engineer, she's a launch expert. What can I say? So with people like Ejiro, I'm set up for success. Thank you so much. I see you, Chidima. I see you, Tibe. Can you let me know where you're calling from today, where you're tuning in to Facebook from? I see you all. I see you, Uza. I see you, Ifetobore. Ifetobore, you've been waiting. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, okay? I won't be late again. All right, I see Abuja in the chat. Emmanuel, I love the spelling of your name. That is so beautiful. All right. So today, what will we be talking about? We are here for some serious hot gist, mind reset. These are the things I can promise you today. And a great offer. Just too many great things. Like I wish I were in your shoes. That's how I wish right now. So I'll share my screen with you. And we will get talking because today we're here for business. Okay, from Phoenix, Arizona. Awesome. Awesome. From Uyo. All right, I love Uyo. Last time I was in Uyo, it was almost 15 years. Look at that. Lagos, I see. Okay. All right. Do you see my screen? If you see my screen, let me know. Okay, great. Great, I see my screen up. All right, so we will get started right now. Ejiro, they can't get over your voice. Hopefully, they're still going to like my voice. Do you like my voice? If you like my own voice, even if, I can't sing, can you just put it in the chat? Say, we like your voice too. All right. Toronto, Canada. Okay, they say they do. So now I can start, okay? And we can remove the scrolling at the bottom because our host is here. So I'm your host, Bralade, and I'm going to be taking you on a ride today. All I ask from you is for you to keep an open mind. Let your mind be very open. Let there be no horizons. When you look at your mind right now, I don't want to see any fence. I just want to see vastness. Because today you're going to be touring the soul that is uniquely you. And we're going to be learning how to keep that soul in check, in control of itself, okay? We're here to discuss how to set healthier boundaries. All right. So this is what I first want you to know. I want you to know this. And wherever you are, don't be shy. Say it to yourself. All of these words, say it to yourself. Call your name. Don't say I am. No, I want you today to almost minister to yourself. You can call your name, say Bralad, and say Chiduma, say Utibe, say Emmanuel, say Uzo, say Adeze. You are enough. Say Adirin, you are worthy of healthy relationships. You are making an investment into yourself. Today, you will reclaim your life. You will learn to hone your personal power so that you can fulfill your God-given purpose. Remember, you're talking to you. You're not even talking to me now, to you. Without bitterness or resentment, you deserve to go through this world free. Amen? You can say amen. We're in church right now. Brenda is enough, more than enough. Great, great, great. Okay. So I want to tell you a story or two. Are you ready for story? Story. You guys know how that works now. Story. Tell me. Story. Meanwhile, just in case you were, have you told your friends to join us? Please tell them to join us. Thankfully, just for the purposes of just for those who came in last minute, and maybe we're busy, we can't approve people into the group, can you give them the YouTube link? There is a YouTube link, and Ejiro will be kind enough to put it in the chat. And if there's anyone, you can send it to them to join in this, because this is not one of those sessions you want to miss. Not at all. Bukola, I see you. Awesome. Don't miss it. Ekene is definitely enough. All right. When I say story, you say story. So tell me story before I get started. Once upon a time, time. You can tell I grew up in Nigeria. Like, there's no pretending around it. All right. Oh, I got one story. I can start now. Okay. So business. How many of you have seen stories like this in business? Let me tell you about them today. All right. So Tamara and Joy have been friends for over a decade. And then Tamara recently opened a restaurant business. And then Joy, who's a professional chef, wants Tamara to hire her, even though she's not what Tamara needs for her business. I made a little typo there. Yeah, so Tales by Moonlight, for real, for real. What would you advise Tamara in this case? Just be saying it. You know those friends, right? You just have something, so they think immediately, it's the two of us that have it. You can't say no. Your no doesn't even matter. If you say no, they'll be like, what's the meaning of that? Are we not friends? Are we not best friends? Emmanuel, you got it 100%. Spirit of entitlement. That's what it is. Okay. That's for business. So, and you can fill in the blanks there. I saw someone wrote about having a business with someone, and maybe they think they own you. You may have experienced that in some of your business. Share in the chat. I would love to read all of this, even when we're done with this. I see one advice. Better advise her to find a job that fits her skills. 100%. 100%. All right. So our next slide. Yeah. Family. Now let's talk about family. We're going to be focusing on those major relationships in all of your lives, right? The video keeps looping back. Let me know if there's any issue with the video. Maybe it's on YouTube, right? And not on here. Okay. We want to talk about family. So in family, Oga Linus and his wife, Ngozi, are having a hard time financially. Now, Ada, his younger sister, calls to inform him of her visit with her 4 children to his home for 2 weeks. For 2 whole weeks. In fact, 2 weeks is good. Just replace that weeks with 2 months, right? Replace that link with 2 months. Okay. Then, thirdly, friendship. How many of you have friends here? If you have friends, you can even tag them, especially if they're here. Great. So if the video is looping for you from what Adrian has described, you can exit the live and re-enter, okay? All right. So friendship. If you have friends, let me know. I know quarrel is brewing for Linus. It's not me, it's Linus. Okay. Friendship. AB and Etem have been friends since childhood. AB owns a multi-billion naira company and Etem works in the company. How many of you know that? When friends start working together. In fact, many times people are like, I don't want it. But guess what? The people that say I don't want it is because they have boundary issues. If not, it shouldn't be a problem for 2 friends to work together. Okay? So recently, AB is no longer comfortable with how things are and intends to ask Etem to go through the company's due process for loan application. Wahala is right here, as you can tell. Okay. Marriage. How many of you know this one? If you're married, it's likely the most important relationship. Whether you like it or not, it's not like you enjoy it. It's just a fact of life. It's likely the most important relationship. Hey, Facebook user, if you want your name to show and want me to call you out, please make sure to put your, give StreamYard permission to use your name, okay? If you do that, I think there's a post before this one. We can see your name. Okay, finally, marriage. When Nigerian American Cheta decides to marry, he specifically requests for a good, devout Igbo nurse from his kinsmen in Umuahia. As Cheta builds his castles in the air, exploring unsuccessful business ideas consecutively, like one after the other. It's not like we take break, this one now makes money, we come back. No. Unsuccessfully, Nwakego is working diligently to bring home the bacon. Now, one day, after many other issues, he now diverts the money meant for her mother's surgery to the house he's building in his hometown. Brethren, is it good? I know, Cheta, is it good? You guys tell me. Cheta didn't come to play. You know, many times people say, I want a friend that's wealthy. They are just trying to tell you that they want to leech onto you. Not because they actually love you. They love for you to have wealth. No. Okay? So you may be wondering, right? Who's this girl sitting before you who's making all this fuss about boundaries? First of all, I'm your boundaries buddy. Like I'm in your life. That's why I put this picture where I'm like this, because I want you to know that I am about to be your helper, your gatekeeper to all those people who have been breaking your boundaries, or even you for not constructing your fence, because maybe you had the issue as well. Whatever it is, I'm your boundaries buddy, and I'm going to help you in this journey. Okay? You guys, when we go through this, I want you to measure, first of all, your reaction before and after. When we are done with this class, all those stories I told you, I want you to tell me what you think they should have done at the end. But even now, feel free to say, this is what I think they should do. Some of you will be like, let Ebi sack him. Some of you will be like, let Nwakego and leave Cheta. Or some people may be like, that's how marriage is. Nwakego, just manage. Next time, don't give him your money, dodge him. Whatever it is, right? I want you to judge it with the lens of before and after this class training. Oh, wow. Someone said police will settle the matter. Hey, you guys, pity for Eten. Or which of the people? Pity for somebody. But with boundaries, I want you to know that you may not have to call police. Police, yes, is a boundary. But must we reach that level? Do you understand? Divorce is also a boundary, but it's the final straw. Must we reach that level? So let's now become proactive with what you're going to learn today, okay? All right, moving on. Now, is the girl not fine? If you think the girl is fine, please let me know in the comments. Because even me, I'm checking the girl out, like, who's this melanin, chocolatey, mahogany? Okay, who has more words for me there? If you have, please put it in there. Who is not playing with your boundaries? She's not even playing. Okay. All right, the boundaries movement. This is all I'm about right now. For the next few seasons of my life. Yes, I agree with you. A lot of the books we've seen are so foreign, and I'll get to there. And if you have questions, I want you to make sure you write it down, because at the end, I will be taking questions, okay? I don't want to miss anyone. I want you to keep it. If you feel like, okay, I have to send it way ahead of time, I hope somebody awesome like Chidima can help me collect them. But yeah, let's get started. I want to awaken people to their personal power, to effect change. And also their personal responsibility. First of all, you have power, right? The second one is you have a responsibility to peace and joy. Why? So that you can steward your God-given vision effectively. That's why we're here, essentially. Okay? So today you will realize your personal power and you will use it. You can change things. No more will you say, that's how this person is in my life. What can I do? I can't help myself. No. And also, so that you can know that you are responsible. You can no longer say, this person is making me unhappy. What are you doing about it? And from today on, you will no longer have an excuse. Oh, this person is taking my time. That's why I can't do what God has called me to do, or I can't work effectively in this company. No, those days are gone. Say they're gone forever. You can put that in the chat. Oh, somebody said the girl is fine. You're a good somebody. You're an awesome somebody. All right, what are boundaries? First of all, say, oh, brother, all this fuss about boundaries. What is it about boundaries? I'm about to tell you. Boundaries are property lines that signify ownership. They signify your limits on tolerance, lines that define me versus you. Okay? All right. What do boundaries do? They help you take charge of your life. They help you have a good self-worth, and maintain good self-esteem. Now, it also helps you fulfill your purpose because people think that relationships don't matter, but we know that with relationships, you can either accelerate, decelerate, or completely kill your dreams and your visions, right? Or your joy. Okay. So without boundaries, brother, what's the flip side, right? Tell me, why do I even need these boundaries? If you don't have boundaries in your relationships, guess what happens? You have something called pseudo peace. We are not quarreling, no, but we have issues. You know those issues we just sweep under the rug. Then one day somebody will lose their mind. And that's why some people have even stabbed somebody, because we had pseudo peace. Everybody will be like, but nothing was wrong. This employee just came here and started screaming. No, there were things wrong, but no one ever talked about it. No one ever set any boundaries. That's pseudo peace when you're skirting issues. You don't need that because it's fake, it's not real. When you don't confront things, you're just leaving them to fester. And guess what? They get worse. Okay? The next one is people pleasing. People pleasing leads to serving man instead of God. And this often lets you end up in resentment. If you're like me, you grew up in Africa in a really, really cultural setting. We were taught to respect our elders, our teachers, our everything. So because of that, you get into that mindset of pleasing, not doing something that you genuinely believe. But no, you are just pleasing because that's what's expected of you. That ends today. Now, when you do something, I tell people that if I'm nice to you, you know that is genuine because I don't pretend anymore. Those days are gone. Remember what we said, they're gone. The third one is purpose preventing. Again, if you don't take the time to study yourself and set boundaries, healthy ones, not boundaries that say, I'm no longer talking to anybody, I just want to be on my own. If you're that person, stop it. Stop it today. Nobody can be on their own in this world. We were not born to be on our own. If not, we'll be 6 feet under the ground. So we will have relationships. We're not going to kill everybody. We're not going to block everybody on social media. It's not quarrel, but we're going to learn to put our boundaries in place. Amen. Amen. Remember, I told you a bit of it is church. All right. So moving on, who's ready to learn? Who's ready? Who's ready to learn? All right. If you're ready to learn, tell me, out of these ones, which one have you found that you're having more issues with? Is it the pseudo peace one? You know, your wife keeps spending all the money. You don't know what to do. You are just saying, it's man's responsibility. That's my responsibility. Because now they will ask you, are you a man if you cannot pay for your wife's all the things she wants to buy? Or your husband is slapping you and you say it's only once a year when he's angry. And let me not just say anything, because when I say things, he gets angry. Or this is my business partner. If I just question how they spend that money now, it's quarrel. So I don't want to do. No, those days are gone. Number 3, thank you so much. I see people sharing. Which other one is your own? Out of pseudo peace, people pleasing, purpose preventing. Number 1, 2, 3. Which one have you noticed that this thing is affecting you? It's affecting you more. My own used to be number 2. I just used to be, just want to please. All right. Ekezie is saying this webinar is just for me alone. It's right for you. I came here for you today. Okay. A bit of all 3. I know we all have it. Okay. So now we're going to talk about this, your 10-step plan to healthier boundaries. 10-step. You are going to do it. So I need you to commit. Like, raise your right hand where you are and say, I commit to the 10-step plan. Just raise it and commit. You don't know what it is yet, but I'm asking you to trust me, okay? Trust me, I'm your girl. I'm not going to lead you astray. All right. The first one is to educate. That's what we're doing here right now. We're learning. The first thing you do is you go and learn yourself. Why do you have a friend or a spouse that cannot articulate the things that are important to you? You yourself, do you even know that these are my boundaries? This is how I feel when someone speaks to me this way. When someone lacks integrity and I'm doing business with them, I feel like hitting my head on a wall. What are those things that provoke you? That you know that these things go against the grain for me? Emmanuel, yes. Being Mr. Nice Guy doesn't really pay. Yes, especially when you are Mr. Nice Guy 247. Nobody's like that. Even Jesus, there was a time he went and upturned tables, right? You're not supposed to be like that all the time because people are not also one-dimensional. So educate, right? Educate yourself and your partner through your values, your beliefs, and your preferences on what your boundaries are. You can sit down with your business partner and say, hey, I'm really good. I love it that we're in business together. Ms. Jumai, I would love to work with you, but these are my terms. Every week, I need us to be able to go over the books. I want us to make the decisions 50-50. And in these ways, you understand, it's like a contract. You educate yourself and whichever partner. And if it's marriage, you sit down with your spouse and say, you know what, I've noticed. And you don't worry, your boundaries can change. Even if before you used to like loud noise, now you don't like it again. Tell the person. There's no need to deceive yourself. What your values are, what your beliefs are, what your preferences are. Tell, right? So AB should say, you see this thing, I've been happy to keep giving you the loan, but I noticed that it's getting too much. And it's against the grain of what my company stands for. I want you to go through the process, right? So this educating yourself and your partner, just fleshing yourselves out. What do we like? What do we not like? Okay. Number 2 is identity. Identify. So identify violations. So let's say you guys decided you want to be sharing your decisions, right? And then the next day you come and your business partner has basically signed a contract by themselves, went and bought something worth 5 million naira and they'd never asked you. How does that make you feel? Those are violations. So you say, exactly, when this person does this, you tell yourself, after I educated that, 50-50 is very important to me, I identify these violations that, when he took this decision without me, this was how it hurt me. I thought we already, discussed some of these things. This thing is a violation. What do violations to your boundaries look like? Your spouse is staying out all night and will not call you first. It's a boundaries violation. Depending on how you, of course, to some people, it may not matter. I'm just speaking for generality. So if that's not your own, put whatever is in there. Somebody comes to your house without calling. Is it a boundary violation? What do they look like for you? Okay, identify that. Number 3, acknowledge. Sit down and just say, and I think I'll change this out here. I'll change the wording out here because I messed it up with the first one. But acknowledge your part in it. Sit down and be like, NK, this is how you have contributed to this thing. The first time she did it, I didn't say anything. The second time she did it, I didn't say anything. The third time she did it, I didn't say anything. That means even me, I've been enabling. Do you understand? So you cannot now come and just say one day you are vexed. It's like those people that just stop talking with you and you don't even know, what did I do? They never educated you on their preferences. They never told you exactly how you breach those values or those preferences. So first of all, you start out by acknowledging your own side. So don't assume, educate, right? Acknowledge to yourself. Say, me too, this is how I failed, right? And then number 4, review. So remember, we've sat down now, we've educated ourselves through discussions, both of us, right? We've thought about it. We've identified this is how we see those breaches. This is what I consider a breach of respect, because if respect is my values, but every time you want to talk to me, you say, oh, foolish goat. Meanwhile, those of you that answer to animal names, I really don't know what the issue is. Maybe one day you explain it to me. You will see each other and you call yourselves big fool. What's going on in the world? Hey, God. Okay, that one is aside. Of course, I have to respect your boundaries. If that's what you want to be called, it's not my business. So you understand? But I'm just advising, please. So if respect is my boundary, and I find that every time you yell at me, you raise your voice at me and talk to me anyhow, it upsets, that's a violation. So the third one, I will say, I've been taking this thing too long. It's my fault. So the fourth one, I will now review from beginning to end. What's my action plan on this matter? It's time to set into motion a plan to address this violation, right? So you begin to build your action plan. Doing fish is not bad. I guess if you study fisheries, fish is not bad, sha, but goat. Okay, I will leave there. Fish, maybe they mean like if you're a big fish, like the fish where Jesus put a coin in their mouth, that kind of fish. Yes, I can be maybe that kind of fish if it has gold in the mouth. All right. The next one, confront. Hey, it's time to sit down and talk. Now, when I say confront, it's no fight. Those of you that your boundaries are violated and from day one it's fight, you are missing some steps. It's time to sit down, take your friend to the coffee station, the bar, somewhere, and just say, let's have a chat. I've been noticing this thing, right? If AB and Etem want to work that out in their relationship, you have those crucial conversations. You cannot go and from day one either scream or not say anything. You have to confront. So steps 1 to 4 will help you communicate effectively, right? Because you already know what your preferences are. You know how this conversation will go because you can identify. You don't just say, you like disrespecting me. It doesn't mean anything to some people. What does that mean? You like disrespecting me, right? It doesn't mean anything. So you have to describe exactly what does it mean. That's the boundaries violation. Then you acknowledge, say, I'm sorry because I haven't told you this thing. The last 5 times you did it, I took it. So maybe you thought it was okay. And then remember, you have your action plan. So now you're good to go. So you have confronted. Okay. Number 6, set consequences. Who's ready to set some consequences? Look, let me tell you something. If we never had consequence in this life, we will not do anything. If I didn't have consequence, and Utibe gave me his credit card that has $1 million on it, and he just said, just go and just go. I will spend it all now. What am I doing? Right? If many people, if you can talk to them anyhow or something, human nature, if we cannot face consequences, we don't change. So, okay, you are saying something so important. Said, who gave you my script that you are reading out like this? I'm telling you. You are not the first. I doubt that you'll be the last because it's human nature. It's all of us. It's not just you. But there's something about the work that I'm doing that reaches people where they are. It's very relatable. Okay, you'll get to hear more. Consequences give us the pain that motivates us to change. If you have no consequence, you will continue with behavior. So you personally decide on a consequence that is in your control. This person keeps collecting money from the account, your business partner, and you just keep using only mouth and confronting. There's no consequence. It's talk now. Talk is easy. Hey, God, I can face it. All right. Number 7 is give grace. Because when you are, all these things I'm telling you now involve conversations. Steps 1 to 4 are more internal, but from then on is conversation. So, I noticed that you came to ask for money again to do something. Is there something else going on? Do I not understand? I spoke to you before. I confronted you on this. Is there something else? Because you want to give grace, especially if you have a good relationship that's worth something with someone. Give grace. People make mistakes. So first of all, assume good motives. If your boundaries are violated, this is why talk, you cannot separate it. Talk is an intrinsic part of this. So give that your partner permission to speak their mind to you. So assume positive intent and give grace. Before we are going for the jugular here, don't worry, we are getting there. Some of you that like fight, but my boundaries, they don't do fight. Those boundaries are weak boundaries. If you notice, I talked about healthier boundaries. Most of us, we know how to set weak boundaries boundaries, you just start keeping malice. Ha! And all of us are more than 18. We're still keeping malice. Like, why? With who? What's going on? That was for somebody. If you're keeping malice, please, once this call is over, call them. Okay? Thank you. Number 8 is keep your consequences. Keep your consequences. You love the African touch to the slide. I do too. You know, I'm an African. That's my roots. That's my worldview. Oh, but we take the best of culture and we leave those ones that don't serve us. It's okay. It doesn't mean we must carry it all because you say you are son of the soil. No. If something doesn't serve you in your culture, leave it. There's always a better way. Okay? But the African culture is full of wisdom and we're here for it. Number 8 is keep your consequences. You guys are so engaging. You're taking me off track. Keep your consequences. You already told this person that if you take this money again, what I will do is I will close this account. And maybe you have your consequences step by step. The first time I'll talk to you. The second time I will close the account because you can't seem to stop, or I'll take the card from you or something. The last one is that me and you will stop doing business. Do you understand? If it's your spouse, they keep coming back late. They don't even tell you. You don't even know, will my husband be back home in 2 days, 3 days? They won't tell you. So you set your consequence. Boo, you have been coming back late. Oh, you remember I told you it's important for us to keep communication. I'm concerned about you. And you told me you understood. And I confronted you. And then I gave you grace because I thought maybe work was late or something. But I noticed that, you kept doing it. And now, 4 days, you haven't been home. Hey, at that point, you're like, we will escalate. The next time I'm going to our families because they were there when we did it. If you're African, you understand what I mean. If you're American here or British, when I say we're going to your family, what I mean is we're escalating. But even if you are not going to your family, say, okay, if you keep coming back late like that, after 12 midnight, this door is locked. Nobody's entering this house again. Don't be looking at me. Don't be judging me. Even anywhere you go, that's what they do. But anyway, aside from that, right? Anything that you have said, you told your child, if you keep stealing this thing, I'm going to ground you, or I will let the police carry you away if you keep stealing. Keep your consequence. So when we fail to set boundaries and hold people accountable, you feel used and mistreated. And that's why some husbands, they don't even know what they've done. They keep doing something, but they know the wives won't talk, right? Or all she will do is just talk. She won't take any action. So they just keep doing. Or the wife that keeps checking her husband's phone. And he's like, stop harassing all my colleagues in the name of you are doing witch hunt, looking for who I'm having an affair with. I'm not. If she keeps doing that, you set your boundaries. You lock your phone. Yes, because she's not okay. You go for marriage counseling. There's a problem. Okay? All right. Number 9. We're almost there. I hope you've been taking notes. Okay? I hope you've been taking notes. And remember, we were touching on many different relationships. There's family, there's business, there's friendship, there's many different levels of relationship. There's parenting, so many. Number 9 is you have to maintain your boundaries. You can't do it once and you leave it. The first time that you tell that friend and you make them go through that loan process. Remember AB and Etem. If he told him that first time, you have to go through the loan process, and he actually went through the loan process, guess what? Etem can decide that the next time he wants to ask for a loan, instead of going through the process, maybe that time AB was angry, but now he's not angry anymore. So he will just go direct to go and say, just give me money. I just need to hold small cash. If you can just quickly, people that do that thing, they give you false sense of urgency. If you can just quickly pay this thing, you understand? Maintain. The second time it comes, he's like, oh, Etemo, you need money again. Oh, no problem. Go through the process. I mean, if we can approve it, we'll approve it. If not, we'll let you know as well. Maintain your boundaries. Don't change. Don't change. Your spouse yells at you. You've had that conversation. Maybe you even escalated all the way to the family. Now they've spoken to him or her, because it can work both ways, and they calm down for 1 week or 2 weeks. And then they start again, and you're like, the drama is too much. I don't know if I want to go and start calling his parents again, or if I want to quarrel. I'm tired. That thing took so much from me. No, 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 no. The Bible says, having done all to stand. How many of us know when we're raising our children, we don't discipline one day and then leave it. We don't teach one day and then leave it. You have to be consistent. Maintain your boundaries. It's a fence. Maintain it. Okay? It's very important. It's very important. How are you doing so far? Some of you, you've been good with the confronting, but you haven't been good with maintaining or even setting consequences. If you're that person, be letting me know that, oh, this one I haven't been doing as well. Okay? All right. So number 10, and I didn't put number 10 on this one because it's the final one. It's living beyond boundaries, right? This is where I live right now. I have pretty healthy boundaries. Like my boundaries, they are healthy, like an athletic, like Usain Bolt. That's how healthy my boundaries are. It doesn't mean I don't get hurt. It doesn't mean I don't get disappointed, but I know how to steward my boundaries. And boundaries don't mean that you just be happy all day, every day. No, it means that you are willing for somebody else to be angry, even though you are doing the right thing, right? Because if somebody says, come down from this car, let me drive it, and you say, no, it's my car, I want it, so I'm driving it, and the person is angry, who has the problem? Should you now say, oh, this person is angry now, I have to change? No. No. You live a life beyond boundaries. So first of all, you maintain a healthy mindset and a great tribe. People, you need a tribe that can tell you no, and that you too can tell no. And when they say no, no is a complete sentence. Brother, can you come pick me up from the airport today? No, not today. It should be enough for you. Eh? What are you doing now? Why won't you come and pick me? Who else will come and pick me? What am I supposed to do? All that is your problem. What's going on? No is a complete sentence. If you now want to explain, that's fine. Okay? So have a community, have a tribe. Have people that when you're setting boundaries with your mother, for example, because she keeps calling you morning, afternoon, night, telling you how to raise your children, entering your bedroom, dressing your bed, or every crazy type of thing, boundary violations. You need those group of friends that you can go and be like, Mommy, I started again, and I know I have to be strong for this battle. Oh my gosh, y'all know what I mean. So when we be intentional about your mindset, the state of your heart, because it's not quarrel. Don't set boundaries because you are jealous of somebody or because you hate somebody. It won't work, right? So be intentional, nurture those relationships, and do not violate their trust. Don't violate people's trust as they keep yours, right? Okay, so tell me, which of those ones stood out to you? I want to see it in the chat. If it's Nigeria, if you say no, you are wicked, I agree with you. It's what we do, and it's bad. We have to stop it. We have to stop it. Look, if somebody cannot tell me no, I don't trust their yes. You know, people who just tell you yes up and down, they don't mean it. You understand? You don't know, are they coming? Are they going? They always tell you yes. Are we doing? Are we not doing? Oh, I've heard. They will keep doing it again. You are a boss. You have a company. One spouse keeps violating all the policies. They are still there. Yeah. You are laying a wrong foundation for your company, even for yourself. Because if now you don't address these things, what's going to happen is that you yourself, you are questionable as a person of integrity. Because maybe you don't love the people in your life. If not, you will want them to learn and do better, right? When the Bible says no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it works in you, great character. And I'm paraphrasing there. Numbers 1 to 10 stood out for you. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I'm taking you somewhere. Walk with me now. Okay? So wouldn't you like to better understand what boundaries are? You're learning today. You're like, brother, then this is just 1 hour. How are we going to, I have so many questions, this whole conversation, because some of you right now, you're feeling frazzled. I have even more questions. I don't know where to start. Which one do I know is my boundary? Which one do I not know is not? What can I control? What can I not control? Because some of you, when you leave here now, you want to go and say, I don't like how you've been treating me. You must do this. You must do that. Nobody must do anything. Everything is in your hand. Look at yourself like this, head to toe, and say, I'm the only person I can control. I can't control my children. I can't control my husband. I can't control my boss. I can't control my subordinates. I can't control my wife. You are the only person you can control. You are the only person you should take charge of. So even if you have boundaries, everything rests with you. Understand what your boundaries are. Wouldn't you like to communicate more effectively to foster understanding and resolve conflict? The way I'm doing now, you would think I know how to quarrel, Abi. No, I'm a master conflict resolution person. You understand? I'm just good like that. I will always confront. So you may not like me too much. No, actually, you will like me because you will know that I'm always sincere and genuine with you. And I will always do it with love. Okay? You will also take responsibility for your own happiness. You can't be in a business every day you are going, you are coming, you are not happy. And then you are bothering all your friends with complaints, yet you won't take one action. No. You can also give. Wouldn't you like to give and receive love without bitterness, resentment? Oh my gosh. So many couples are so resentful and bitter towards each other. You start asking the madam, and the madam say, in 1995, I will never forget what he said to me. And you are sleeping on the same bed with that person. Uncle, one day they will bring rope or they will carry pillow and they will press something. Why? You know, be able to give love without bitterness and resentment. Oh, every step stood out for me. Let me read this. I usually assume certain things and expect certain things from people without effectively communicating. Yeah, I've got it right there. Because some people will be like, they're supposed to know. Everybody knows that this is not how you do. No. We are going to assume, remember, we're giving grace. We're going to assume they don't know and we'll help educate them. Wouldn't you like to feel empowered to stay true to your values? Some of us, we have value of honesty and integrity, but our boss say we should lie. So we just be like, this and madam keeps telling me to lie for somebody. I don't like it. Yet you are lying it. Why? Why? Wouldn't you like to learn through stories? All these things I just told you, wouldn't you like to learn all of them through stories? Tell me, how did you like stories, right? When you were learning, wouldn't you like to learn all of these things? I would. I have something I'm about to unveil to you. You guys are about to be the first and only people to see it. When I see the drum rolls, I will start. I will unveil my something, your something actually, because it was specially made for you. Where are my drum rolls? Should I, shouldn't I? Should I? Next slide? No, next slide. Tell me. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Ekezie said she wants to know. All right. You can drum roll right there because it has your name on it. It has your name on it. A line in the sand. This is not just my gift to you. It is God's gift to you. Because he asked me to write this for you. What is a line in the sand? Let me tell you about it. They are relatable short stories of 14 couples. This first installment is on boundaries and marriage, but the lessons are leverageable across everywhere. If you can learn it, oh my gosh, the hardest boundaries to keep are actually the ones between spouses because that person is right in your face all day, every day. All right. Oh, I see all the drum rolls. Keep them coming. I want to see trumpets. Which instrument have I not seen? I want to see the piano, just jam it. Awesome. The topics I covered, the topics are many. We discuss in-laws, infertility. Infertility, people come and be asking you after 1 month if you are pregnant. After 9 months, how far? What's going on? You should use this. So you didn't tell them anything. Just apropos. Finances, abuse, infidelity, adversity. Because sometimes couples go through something so major in their life, it can split them. It's not either of their fault, so, right? It's not either of their fault, but it can split them because they don't have boundaries between themselves. And because you can have boundaries against things. There's some of you here, when you are too angry or you're too disappointed, you enter a depression of a whole month. And some other people face more, and the next morning they wake up and they decide that today's a new day, I'm going to go for it. It's a boundary issue, personal boundaries. That's another dimension you're going to learn from this book. Cultural differences. How many of you have seen when Yoruba people greet people, Yoruba of Nigeria, right? They kneel down or they lie down. And some of us from the same country are like, why are they lying down flat? I can never lie down for anybody in my life. Never, never. Brother, cool down. Sister, cool down. It's what they do. If you're going to marry from there, you're going to try to compromise something. Okay? These are some of the boundaries. Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? This book is available today. Woo! Today, not another day. Today, for pre-order. And this book, let me tell you, publisher told me, Madam, this is your book, the quality. You keep asking me to put this, put that, do this, do that. You refuse to do paperback, everything hardcover. The book is too fine. You got a painter. You did a custom cover. You can sell it for 15K. See another person that is selling. They're in America like you. They can sell like this, but I say, no, not for my Niger peeps. I want to make this affordable because it's not because of the money. It's because I truly, truly believe that the reason we haven't seen the changes that we want in our country, Nigeria, and indeed the whole world, is because people don't have boundaries. When they see money, because they never had any boundaries of integrity, guess what? They go and start stealing. It's just because the reason you didn't know was because they didn't have access to money. You see a man has money, wants more money, he starts to sleep around. You thought he was faithful before, but it's because no girl will agree for him in his state. You see, these are those issues. That's why I believe that this is just over important. It's hard for me to not have words. That's just the truth. So it's $6,000, and you can see in the chat, Ejiro, you can scroll this as well, where people can go get your own copy right now. And you see, I didn't stop there. And as you can be going there, you'll still be hearing me. I didn't stop there. And if you start ordering, let me know in the chat. I love y'all so much. I didn't stop there. I'm like, there are other things you guys need to go with this. I have gifts for you. Didn't I tell you that if you come today, you have gifts, you have opportunity? Didn't I tell you? I told you. Don't go anywhere, because after this, I'm still going to take your questions. And it's in the questions that people have light bulbs go out like this. All right. Let's start a boundaries movement, people. I'm sure that as you guys were listening to me, some of you were thinking of my sister, my brother, my business partner. This is what me and my friends were discussing, but we didn't know how to do it. We didn't know where to start from. I want us to start a boundaries movement. Gather your people together and have a book club. What is a book club? A book club, for a line in the sand, is at least three of your friends with you sitting down together to discuss this book. It might be one meeting, it might be 5, and I plan to give you tips and workbooks that you can use to entrench this knowledge. Meanwhile, put in the chat over there, if you've learned something, be storing it or we're going, but I want you to put it on Instagram and Facebook when we're done with this. Share it, because me and you together, we are in this movement. We are in the front together. This army does not have back formation. All of us are standing like this, hand in hand. We're going to deliver people. Amen. Remember, say amen. Okay. If you buy 5, you get 1 free, even with the 5,000. That means if you buy 5, pay 30,000 today, 6 will be delivered to you. You can even start writing your friend's name. Let me tell you, this is the best gift you will buy for your friend the whole year. You can't be buying perfume for your friend who's always complaining that her boyfriend is not giving her money. What's going on? Our boyfriend is not giving her money. This is a problem. One thing. And you know that's a boundary issue because she has money more than him. But if he does not give her that money, she will quarrel and sulk. Eh? Okay. So needed. So needed. If you are not married here, you are the happiest person here. You don't even know it yet because you can choose right. When you are talking with the person, you're not looking for tall, dark, and handsome. You're looking for someone who's teachable, someone who listens, someone who communicates vulnerably. Okay? In Nkechi Osuji, that perfume matter is a real thing. You're not understanding yet. Did I tell you about bonuses? Did I tell you about bonuses? Did I? Woo! All right. Bonuses. First of all, you get a free ebook. The ebook is my special gift to you. I called it Fight Often and Fight Well. That's what the book is. Fight often and fight well. You will get today, not tomorrow, today. Well, I take that back. By Monday, you will get 4 PDF and 4 audio stories now. So the pre-order means that if you order today, that book will become available at the end of May. So the very first week of June, everybody will get their books. So order today. That's why you order today. And that fast action, that price is not going to stay after now. Then surprise gift. You guys are going to get a surprise gift. You can keep guessing. It might be a bookmark. It might be a t-shirt. It might be a poster. You don't even know. So the surprise gift is coming. You're going to also get the book club kit and workbook because I want you guys to have stimulating discussions. Let's stop gisting which handbag is raining or what did Stella Dimokoko say last week. Let's stop discussing all these things. Let's focus. Okay? Book club appearance. I can come to your book club. I have some people here from universities in Nigeria. I have some people here in Dubai. Wherever you guys are having, I can make a guest appearance. Okay? But I'm only taking the first 20 people that do the 5. I'm not taking beyond that because, you know, I'm only one person and I really want to get into your issue. So if you're here, some friends here, you kind of want to do this together. Get together now, 2 of you, put your money together now and pay for it right now. Yes, it's like I will invite you to my session. I hear you loud and clear. I am coming. Boundaries community. We have a community. I'll be sharing here. I'll be answering your questions. It will be the best thing you did for yourself this year because no matter how you want to develop professionally or otherwise, if you don't have boundaries, forget it. It won't even work. Okay? And then for people who order 10 plus books, in addition to your 2 extras, I'm going to have a one-on-one coaching with you. It's not even too much. 60K. 60K, let me tell you what I do with things like this. I will buy the books. Maybe I already have 5 people I want to give now. I'll get it for the 5 people now. Then I will keep the rest. When it's your birthday, I will package it inside one very fine bag and give to you. So that for the rest of this year, you have gifts for your friends. Okay? And some of you can even buy it now and go and collect all the money from all your friends. Say, give me 6K. Give me 6K. Take this book because you need it. Don't violate their boundaries, Sha, when you are doing that. Okay? All right. Now, this is the grand one. This is for those of you that right now you are pressing your phone. You are pressing your phone. And if you have ordered, if you started ordering, please put in the chat, I've ordered. Put it in the chat so that others can see. I've ordered mine. If you order within the next 48 hours, you are automatically in my Boundaries boot camp. And I'm having something special with these people. They are my own personal book club. We're going to learn things together. We're going to learn the laws of boundaries, the types of boundaries, types of consequences you can use, how to maintain your boundaries. So each of those things I shared with you, they are a full course. Those are the people I'm going to be working with. And after this 48, I finish with these people who sign up this 48 hours. The things I discuss with them will then be made into a course. Those videos we'll have together, it will be made into a course. Those courses will sell for nothing less than 50,000 naira a piece. That's at least. I'm just being kind, though. It's not like I'm even trying to do anything. If not, very easily, they can go for $1,000. Very easily. Okay. Now, do you want to know while you're searching? Do you want to know some of my testimonials? I have so many people. Like when I thought about whose testimonial will I put, I'm like, where do I even start? It was so many. So many people that have been following this work I've been doing. They've been like, brother, you need to write about this. Brother, you need to talk about this. Brother is a mother of 3. Brother is an engineer. Brother is a manager of people. She's busy. Brother is a leader in church, busy with the flock of God. Brother is a friend, a daughter, a podcaster. I do so many things. So why would I take the time to do this? And you can deduce that if you go to the A Line in the Sand book page, the what's on here, you will see that there is just simply so many people that think this is overdue. And you think so. You've been putting it in the link, right? Oh, you've ordered yours. I see you, Uzo. That is extremely awesome. All right. So what are some of the things people have been saying? I will start with my father's one because my father, he's a literary critic. My father won John F. Kennedy Prize from as early as when he was 17 and was on a scholarship to Britain from then all the way up in English, right? So with this collection, this is my father now. He writes, all those people. With this collection, I believe that Bralade has launched herself as a writer with a promising future. The stories are all direct. And he's the one that concerns you. Leave that my future alone because God will help. You understand? The stories are all direct. In their presentation of action and emotion, first of all, you will enjoy yourself. Then you will have action to go along with it. And in the portrayal of character, I'm telling you, when you start, every time I give this book to people to read, they'll be telling me, I don't like one go deep. Why would Cheta try that thing? You think that is our neighbor. That's how people gist my book. And so that at the end of each story, we come away with a sense of complete action. And he says it's a brilliant debut. Of course, my father, I believe he should be biased, but the truth is that he does not lie. He has integrity. Those are his boundaries, right? Then my mentor and my uncle, Fela Durotoye, he said, Bralade is an amazing storyteller, an exceptional communicator. We need more books like this to shed light on topics that are pivotal in supporting healthy marriages and family values. Because many times when we go and advise a couple, instead of dealing with issues, we tell them, Auntie, no vex again. People, they follow 5 girls, at least now only one girlfriend in gets. Stop it. Stop it. You're working in a toxic culture and someone tells you that at least they are paying you, yet your mental health is going to shreds. Stop it. So this book is pivotal for that. The fact that we get to read these stories through a rich cultural lens makes it all the more refreshing and relatable. Aww, isn't that special? Meanwhile, if you're ordering and you are outside the country, you can order for people within the country. We'll help you ship it to people's houses when they come out. And also, you can order your Kindle. It's available today. Who's excited about that? Someone bought it this morning when I was testing out the link, and they already called back and like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, please don't get so stuck in the book that you won't be able to make it for this session. So please stop reading. Because I knew that if he didn't stop, and a guy too. So all the men here, don't think it's a woman's thing. It's a guy. So I told him, make sure you're here, okay? And then my darling DDK, she's my coach, Debola Dejikoromi. Those of you who know her know she's an author times 20, right? Not times 1, not times 10. With such an uncanny way with words. She's a coach, she's a public policy advisor. Now, what did she say? She said, Bralade has undressed stigmas. Some of us have lived with lie stigma. And that's what mothers do. They always put mouth. It's a lie. It's a lie. There's no reason for your mother to be calling you every morning. There's no reason for a grown man to be consulting his mother on every decision. I'm not saying don't consult. I love my mom, right? But there's no reason for you not to have boundaries and stand on your own 2 feet as an adult. Oh, someone said, I got it. You can order from the UK. The person I just spoke about ordered from the UK. Chidima just got her Kindle copy and she's in Canada, so you can definitely get it. She said, despite the many wonders in a line in the sand, I believe the biggest gift might be the healing that the truth will bring to you. You know, some of you haven't been willing to face the truth. You know that this person you are engaged to, this marriage will not work. But because you scheduled the wedding date and your friends have bought the ashrabi and you don't know how to quarrel this quarrel, what do? You now commit yourself to jail. Ha! Somebody join me and say, Mogbe, sister, run. That scandal, it will last 1 year. Highest. People will forget the gist. Highest. So leave that matter, okay? And then you would feel seen. Sometimes you're trying to explain this to your friend and they're like, you are taking this thing too serious. That's all our husbands are bad. That's how they are. No, don't take that. You deserve healthy relationships. And the person you're in the relationship with deserves the best you. So be honest with them and tell them how you feel. They don't even mean you bad in a lot of cases, but because you never spoke, they don't know how to treat you right. That's another webinar I did, and I can give you guys for free. It's called Teach Your Spouse How to Love You. Oh my. Should I not make them pay for that? That masterclass on its own is like 25,000 naira, but I'll get there. You will feel seen, understood, and loved. You might find yourself forgiving yourself because some of us, we have been the boundaries violators. Our friends tell us no, it's not enough for us. We want to suck them dry. We tell them, oh, carry me here. I just want to branch here. They carry you there. You say, can you just stay with me 1 more hour? Because from there, I just want to quickly reach here. They follow you. They even explain to you, I need to go home. My children have not eaten. It's like, no, isn't it only today? I'm not always here. You don't always see me now. Help me there. Do this here. Some of us, we have been the problem. Forgive yourself. You did not know. You thought that if before somebody says no, they just want you to beg them some more. You didn't know. That's why you will change today. Say, I've changed today. If you are one of them, which we all are, we all know how we violate other people's boundaries. Say, I've changed. Okay? And you might find yourself forgiving yourself. This is an unputdownable type of art, scripted delicately with brilliance, suspense, soul deep writing, and with love. People, I didn't tell them to write these things. These are 3 of, I think I have about 15 of them, and you can see them on the website. They will give you joy just reading them. Okay? My friend Laju Iran said something, and she's a filmmaker and storyteller and best-selling author as well. And Laju said that rather didn't just teach us about boundaries, she wrapped it in storytelling. And we all know the best way we learn is through storytelling. Okay? AKZ said she has changed today. Priska, I love it. I've changed too, just hearing you out. All right, now I want to take some of your questions because I plan to have you out of here by 7:30 p.m. if you're in Nigeria, 1:30 p.m. if you're in Texas, like me, in Dubai. Chai, I don't even know where to start from. Dubai folks, you guys are too much, basically. You guys are at about 10:15. So I'll have you out of here by 10:30. I need your questions. I was seeing some questions that were coming in earlier, and I'm ready for you. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me in my DM. You can see I am Bralade here on Instagram. You can see we're on Facebook, so you can see my page here. Or you can write me an email at hello@bralade.com. Don't worry, you'll have your replay available, but for a very limited period like this. It won't be here. In 48 hours as this fast action bonus, because I'm trying to keep my group small. I'm trying to get only 20 people so that I can go in depth and it can be a safe space. So if you are one of the 20, rush. Because now, see another thing. Now, those 20 people might complete this night. That means I don't know whether I will wait for the 48 hours. So be hurrying so that I can see, will I do cohort? Will I do batches? What will I do? Okay. Someone said here, this boundaries thing is the reason why my relationship failed. I am committed to learning and taking responsibility. Thank you, Bralade. I feel you 100%, but I want you to know that that sacrifice will be worth it. In your future relationships, that sacrifice you made will be worth it. The time of ignorance, as you can tell, I love Bible things, right? The time of ignorance has passed. God forgives. Now we know better. We have to do better. Okay. Yes. Do you have the book in Audibles? Guess what, people? Guess what? I am working to make that available to you. You'll have it in June. But why wait? What are we waiting for? When we have paperback, Amazon paperback will be out in 2 weeks. So even though you buy the Kindle, I want to advise you to please order it. This is a book that you want in your shelf. You know, some of us, we have friends and family who have boundary issues, but we don't really know how to address it because they might take it the wrong way. So what do? I want you to put it somewhere conspicuous. Have it in your car. Have it in your office. Have it in your house. Do you understand? Everywhere, even in church. Some of us in churches, as churches, we don't have boundaries. Do you guys need me to break those tables? Hey, someone said I just bought 10 copies. But if you need me to break any table, just bring it before me. I'm not afraid to break tables because it's for liberation. Hey, do you know what is amazing that I just connected? Jesus broke tables. Abi, is that where that phrase came from? He broke tables in the church. Go figure. Oh, sorry, in the place that was supposed to be church, but they were turning into something else. I had a guy around me, calls me late at night. I told him to stop. He didn't. I quickly blocked him. I'm in line. Che, did you follow the 10 steps, Sha? Because I hope you didn't stop at number 6. And then you set consequence and you just blocked him. Because you know, block, nobody can come back from block now. So that boundary may be too fine now. Because maybe that's how they trained him. Maybe one friend now was in his ear. Because that friend is a bad friend and they've not listened to Brala there. Sorry, they are not bad. They are just not educated in boundaries. And they were telling me, if you don't keep calling her, she's going to feel you are not interested. You know, where we work on our psychology so much that we become people we don't know. Like them advising you, always call your boss, Sam, ma, whatever they say, agree. Meanwhile, you don't agree in your heart. What is going on? Why are you being disingenuous? The more you keep doing things that are not primary, essential, elementary to you, those things that are not inherently in you, guess what happens? It's like you start diminishing, small, not like this. You just start diminishing. You don't even know that you have become a shadow of yourself. And then tomorrow you want to hold things against them. This is another thing that will make you want to be a part of my boot camp. If you pay within this 48 hours, it will make you want to be a part of my boot camp because I will delve into some of the issues that have festered for so long that for you to start backtracking now, it will take you so long. You need to learn more. You need to have a safe community. You can't go tomorrow and confront some people. You understand? Your father makes all your decisions. You're living in his extra apartment in Lekki with your wife and 3 children. You work in his company, but he's owning your life. He's making your life a living hell. He does not want to hear no. You can't start setting boundaries with that I'm done and this thing. No, that one is a different level. But I have the wisdom for it, okay? I've been graced with the wisdom for it, so I can help you. I have a question here. How do we deal with male friends or potential clients that refuse to use our name, but would rather call us babe, sweetheart, or baby? It's uncomfortable. If you've been calling somebody any name, 0, that's any name at all that they don't like, stop it. Stop. Don't be calling somebody coconut head that you could say calling somebody in primary school. Now, this person is a grown-ass man, sorry for my French, and you keep calling him coconut head. What's wrong with you? And the person is boldly telling you, I don't like it. And you are laughing. It's funny. It's because hand does not touch your face. Although, please don't be violent too, because you go to jail. It's not a way to set boundaries, please. But don't call people names. No, tell them sweetly, like, oh, boo, I'm not your sweetheart. Okay, I said boo. Sorry, I shouldn't say boo. Sometimes me too, I make mistakes. So feel free to call me out when you see me, okay? Baby, I'm not your baby, sir. And you can use words like sir because you are mirroring how they should treat you. So any other questions? If I have any question, okay. What do you think of this scenario as a consequence? See, this is why I wrote my book, because I wanted people to be able to explain their matter without, giving out themselves. I'm not saying this, Emmanuel, But I'm just saying that some people, they can't really explain what's going on in their marriages. It's very, very deep. If you heard, you might use ambulance, come and pick either the man or the woman or somebody, right? It's very deep. So they don't have language. Now, when you get into a book club and you're reading a book like this, people are sharing. They might even start using anonymous names, because remember, we're all telling stories. They might say the neighbor. They might say in my life. They might say my sister's life. Whatever it is, find a way to tell your story. However it is, find a way to tell your story. There's deliverance in telling your story, and there's wisdom to be gained from telling your story, okay? So, I wasn't saying this is you, but I just wanted to quickly teach that. What do you think of this scenario as regards consequences? Someone was meant to fix a device for me last month. I paid the charge and the device didn't work. He said he would return part of the money to me and asked if I would send him my account number. I sent it. More than 4 days passed and I didn't hear from him. I would call, he wouldn't pick. I called with another number. He didn't recognize, he picked, and he told me to send my account number again, which I did, but till now, you are still sending that account number. Whoever it is, right? It's time to escalate. What's the next step in your plan? And sometimes if you find that the person completely lacks integrity and intelligence in some cases, please forget about them. That one is like, it's called necessary endings. And in my boot camp, I'll teach about this as well. Necessary endings. There are some endings that are necessary. Like your husband has lost his temper before and mistakenly used knife to stab you. But because you moved like this, he touched your hand, right? It didn't go to the heart where it was timing. Please, what will you say to that spouse? Remember, again, I've said the story. I don't want to judge, but you help me judge that matter. So necessary endings. If the person has no integrity, forget about that person. Consider that money lost. Forget about him. But if not, if you want to do something about it, escalate to the point of action. Talk to whoever introduced you to the person. That's next step. Even the Bible teaches this thing. If you have a problem with someone, go to the person. If the person won't listen, take another person. And then the Bible kept talking till it talks about how I've left you to Satan. Right? Some people joyfully, faithfully said, I've left you to God. But in some cases, they say, I left him to Satan. So some people. Your next service will have him arrested and handcuffed while being picked up from his shop. Wahala for who get wahala. The one thing I know, I will never do anything to tamper with my own peace. So if I knew that, for example, somebody was abusing children, molesting children, I will follow you to the grave where they are going to bury you. Now, I'm not saying you are a lost cause, but I will take your matter up to the highest court in any land, even if it's the international court in The Hague, right? So for you, it might be that. But for something like a phone and repairman, I look the repairman. I look in store. I look in handbag. If I shake everything upside down, I may not get anything. I might leave it. But next time now, when I'm working with somebody else, I might go to a more reputable person, or at least I won't go back to him again, okay? So something like that. How do you tell your boss to respect your weekends and your off days? There's something called proactive boundaries. Many times, especially culturally, Africans, we have reactive boundaries. Somebody keeps shouting for us, even 2 years. The day we lose our temper, Jesus. Everybody be looking at you like, are you a mad woman? What happened? But it's because you have been storing it. So now we're going to become proactive. Before somebody even yells at you, you tell the person, I don't like yelling. If somebody is yelling at me, I just remove myself from the situation. So I won't be standing there and you'll be yelling at me. It won't happen, right? So how do you tell your boss to respect your weekends and your off days? Don't be available. So say if it's an emergency, you can call me. If it's not an emergency, I will not respond. I will not be responding for 24 hours. You keep escalating like that. You first of all tell them, remember all our steps. Then they keep violating it. They keep calling you. Maybe you told them, call me only emergency. Now they call you for everything. You start turning off your phone. People. And before you leave, you ask them like 5 times, is there anything else? Is there anything? Is there anything else? Is there any? They say nothing. My phone is off. I'm not available. Except, of course, if you took a job that says that on weekends you can be on call, then you already gave your word, so you have to be available. But if not, no. And consequences, I will teach about consequences too in my boot camp. Consequences escalate. So you can decide at some point to all the way quit the job. It's not by force. You just bought the e-copy on Amazon. Send me an email on hello. All of you who bought from Kindle, please send an email to hello@bralade.com or inbox me on Instagram, and I will add you to the boot camp, because you are right, I may not have your names. But meanwhile, when you are sending me your inbox, I will ask you, first of all, have you left your review? So wherever you're buying from, make sure to leave a review. If you say you have not read it, you don't know what to say that the cover is fine. What do you guys think of the cover, by the way? What do you think of the cover? Say the cover is fine and I love it. When I finish reading it, I'll come back and leave another review. Say it like that, okay? Because we want to make this book trend, not because of me. Don't worry, I'm actually okay. Not because of me, but because we want to get the right language to people. One of the things I'm doing with this book, I'm stocking 500 libraries all across Nigeria with this book, and actually the rest of the world as well. You can request at your local library and they will buy the book if you live in the US or if you live in another nation that does that. But Nigeria, proactively, I am taking it there because I want a 16-year-old girl, don't worry, everything here is PG, to be able to read this book and frame her mind on the kind of person she can pick, okay? So make sure to leave reviews, okay? Once you buy land, someone just said this, once you buy land, the first thing you do is fence it off even before you start to build. I love that. I love that. Even before you start to build, you fence it off. You fence it off. But guess what? When you fence, you put gates. Because some people, they have built walls. They are like, my mother has been doing this thing. I've tolerated it for the last 30 years of my life. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not even speaking to her again. Then they come and start begging you. What's going on? Are you God? What's happening? You start with the process and you iterate and reiterate till it works. Okay? We don't go to necessary endings except she's trying to kill you or something. Okay? Let's try to work through this process. So you always make sure your fence has a gate to let the right people in and to let the wrong people outside. Give them chance to go. But you know what the Bible says again? He that breaks the hedge, or she that breaks the hedge. Send in your final few questions because we will be ending real soon. What about those that bought multiple copies? Can we get into the boot camp? It depends. So send me a note. Remember, those of you that bought multiple copies, I said that I will come to your boot camp. Your book club. I will spend 1 hour with you and your friends, whoever you bought this book with, and we'll discuss this book. We'll discuss learnings. That will be after you guys have read it, so that you will write down all your questions for me. You guys, look, let me tell you, my time is worth, at least for just that one session, is worth 100,000. If you are just watching me now, you are still trying to decide, I'm feeling for your friends because they are not here and you would have done them bad thing. So I will need to actually send your friends a note to say, your friend was not nice to you. They bought for only themselves, they didn't buy for you. And she would have come, but no. And if you bought one-on-one, if you bought more than 10 copies, I'll have a one-on-one with you. You don't want to know what the value of that is. I didn't even put prices because what I want to communicate to you is more than money, right? This is something that your children will thank you for. Half of the people with really terrible boundaries now is because they didn't get a good example from their parents. That's one thing I'm so grateful to my parents for. I'm so grateful. How does one buy multiple copies on Kindle? I think you can gift someone on Kindle. You can gift someone, you can send it to someone. And I take your word for it. I'm one of those people, I assume positive intent. If you're buying for your friend, just let me know. And I got you, okay? I got you. If 10 of your friends, you bought for all of them, or they bought, I don't know, just let me know. Send me their names and we'll schedule a session. Send again an email to hello@bralade.com and I'll hook you up. I got you. And let me tell you something, This is hands down the funnest book you have ever read in your life. It's just fun. You will just be reading it, only you by yourself. You will be laughing. People will come again and check on you. Why are you laughing? I've been laughing since. They come again, you are crying because you are reading how Barile, the nanny, came in and saw my Oga beating Madam. and how she was begging Madam, let's go. But Madam say she must die inside this marriage. Don't worry. When you read it, even you will help us judge, right? You will help us judge, because sometimes domestic abuse, you need to see through the lens of other people. The people inside it, sometimes we think that they're doing these things willfully. No, they've been so conditioned, they can no longer think. All right. Any final questions? You've learned something new. Necessary endings, definitely. This book is going to be the birthday present of my friends and family this year. They will see, you know, when you give somebody a gift, then they come and meet you and they will give you money. That's what this book is going to be. Make sure you leave a review. If you have any questions, again, I'm on Instagram. I will come back again on this page and stay in the group, because I'll be sharing some things there. If you have any question, I want you to post it within the group. I will come by and I will respond, at least for this week. While our fast action is going on, I will respond. If you have any questions, inbox me. I might come and do a live and respond to the questions. Anything else? Anything else? There are people who are abroad that have bought the Kindle. Do they get the bonuses and get into the boot camp? Yes, emphatically yes. Make sure you either inbox me or you send me an email. Can you order a hard copy in the UK? So you can't order a hard copy right now in the UK, but I'm planning to work on something with hard copy. The reason I didn't really push that much was because it was going to delay our launch by another 8 weeks. So marriages cannot wait for that. Some friendships, they can't. Some human beings, they need to start moving with their life. They can't wait that long. So let's shall be doing, and let's hurry up, okay? Are we all done? All right, someone said time well spent. Okay, I just want you to leave in the chat one thing that you learned today that you're going to go do. One, just one. It might be one word, it might be something. What is one thing you've learned today that you're going to take with you? Yeah. So Margina, I hope you've bought yours. Don't go. This is just half information. You don't need half, you need full. I feel so enriched by this session. I can't wait to have copies of this book. I got you. And the 4 stories I'm sending to you by Monday, they are blockbuster. Plus, you will hear the drama in the audio. It will be sweeting you like music. Hey. Okay, so imagine if you have 4. Now multiply that again by almost another 4. All right. Actually, it's 3.5, but you've learned how to set proactive boundaries. Awesome. Firmness and consistency. Yes, firmness is not, this is not firmness. This is squeezing face, and your face deserves to be. You can be firm like this. You see? You can say, no, baby, you can't have one more bottle of Coke. You've had one to your 5-year-old child. They come to you 100 times. This is how you say it. Because you are just firm. You don't need to fight. There's no shouting. I will be intentional in saying no. Yes, and you can start out with the small no's. Maybe your friends say, let's go to the cinema, and you don't want to go. They tell you are not doing anything else. Don't say, it's just movie. What's the harm? No, just practice your no. I say, not today. Sometimes people just need to practice. Communicate boundaries clearly. Awesome. I was reminded of the reason I've got to share this book to several couples. I know. I agree with you. I agree with you. I've got my Kindle copy. Please add me to the bootcamp. Don't worry, you won't be left out. Confrontation. Whoop, whoop. And I'll give you more information on that. The bootcamp will start once the book is out, but this is you securing your space. And this is me committing to showing up and giving you extreme value. It'll be several sessions. It will be at least 4 sessions. Don't worry. Don't go back on pseudo peace. If the thing is doing you, don't say, God said to forgive. No, he said, take a matter. If you feel somehow about the matter, take it. Don't be a complainer, Sha, but at the same time, realize, and if somebody tells you, no, I won't stop this behavior, then you continue with your consequence. Don't be a part of it. Somebody tells you they won't stop stealing. Leave them alone. Don't stay there. Yes, follow me on Instagram. I share so much content there. Like, if you go on there, you will learn something. It's like a course. It's like a membership course. So follow me on Ambrana on IG and tag your biggest takeaway. If you really love everything I've told you today, some of you took screenshots, some of you didn't, but make sure to tag me in your Instagram stories. I want to be able to reach back out to you, repost and see what you're learning and see what else I will be sharing about, and just let people get to know about it. Not about me, about this. Practice your no. Even me now, you can tell me that, brother, I will only be on here for 2 minutes more, no more. It's okay. Nobody will be like, oh, you must stay. You must, are we police? What's going on? So, all right. Any other questions? If not, I love you all so much. I don't even know you yet. I love you. I'm rooting for you like Kilo Day. Your husband, your wife, your friends, they will call me and be thanking me and say, I don't know what you told Priska. I don't know what you told Utube. I don't know what you told Tombra. There's so much more caring and loving, because people think boundaries is hard. No, it's loving. It's caring. It's open. You've pre-ordered 10 copies. Yay! Okay. Thank you all so much. And yeah, this is how you can contact me. And Ejiro, can you give you some music to go out? Can you give me some music to go out? Did I tell you I love dancing? I love dancing. I love dancing. I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. All right. Bye for now. Finally ordered. Great. If you have any issues, again, don't forget to email me. I'll help you sort it out. Some of you are here, you want to buy copies in Nigeria, but you don't have a card that works. Email me, we can sort you out, okay? And this is a way, those of you abroad, you can buy things for your people in Nigeria. We can send to them. And those of you abroad, please tell everybody about it on Kindle. Leave a review, share it on your Facebook, share the link everywhere. Let people see it and go get it and learn from it, okay? Ejiro is an absolute star. Give big hands to Ejiro, Ejiri, Edewo, all my sisters, all my friends, always showing up, just being there for me. Even the ones that said no because they couldn't be here or because they just didn't want to be here. I respect them and I honor them. And I still thank them so much. You're all such a big part of my life, okay? Yes, this is the best way to live. Everything you put your hands, go walk. You know, go. Your name go open doors. Amen. You self go be a boss. But when you're a boss, please don't harass people. When you're a boss, don't harass people. It's not, boss is not to oppress, it's to actually help, okay? We're not hearing the song. First guy, no, during is the hookup. Or Ejiro is the hookup. I don't even know who the hookup is. Chidima of life. I love you. I wish I could see all your names. Many of your names I can't see it because I'm on StreamYard, right? And you didn't give permission. Uzwamaka, I see you loud and clear. Oh my word. So people can still join this group if they want to see the replay. Ejiro, I don't know why we can't hear. Don't worry, you can remove my voice, okay? It's okay. So still invite people to this group. Let them get it, okay? Let them be able to get the replay. Ejiro, music is now playing. But thank you all so much. I can go now, okay? Sister, where one night see until where they one day you come on. Amen. Amen. Increase the volume on your Ejiro. You go be landlord if you can. Good news go locate you. What I see is they do apply. Yeah, I hear you. Nkechi said I'll do a lot of reviewing. Yes, review and set your action plan. You can go open doors. You said go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go. And then go open doors. You self go be a boss. But guess what? If you're hating on your boss, you still can't be a boss. If your own is just so that you can just show people that you can make it. You have boundaries. That's why when you become a boss and they're still not looking at your face, you are not happy. Okay? Amen. 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 I see you, Belemzi. I see my Belema. Amen. Amen. Belema Briggs, all the way from Port Harcourt, Nigeria, my hometown. I see you, Liz, all the way from what part of the world are you right now? I don't know. I don't know. Rich content. I know. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, but it would mean even more to me if you practice it in your own relationship. By the way, my boo sends you love. Don't worry, I'm not harsh. I have great friends. I have an awesome husband. And a great boss. But they're all great because we all have boundaries. That's why. Everybody can be a great relationship somebody if you have okay? Hey, Joe, can we go? Amen. 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 Thank you all.